Hi, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Mari Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Marla Oputi. Thank you so much for always joining us on this edition of Mari Clinic Live. I would like to celebrate all our new members. Thank you so much for always joining us, all our new members on both YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for joining us at Mari Clinic. I would also like to thank all our returning subscribers, all our returning members. Thank you for your participation. I really do appreciate every one of us. Thank you. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so. We need all our members to subscribe. So please do hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel as we promise to use this medium to bring you more insightful, interesting, and educative content. You will definitely learn a lot here. So today I'm going to be speaking about an interesting issue. It's a true life story. Um, but it's a really pathetic one. So I would like to share the story and I would like to draw out the lessons, in this story so that other people will not make this kind of mistake because we tend to have, this kind of people out there so you can easily, spot them or identify them when you see one. So it's a story about the woman that gave her husband, a ATM to her salary account. Now, this woman approached me, and we spoke at length, and she explained how she met this man, in church. I mean, she met him in a religious center, and, according to her, both of them are workers. The man appeared to be even into church so much that she would not believe that such a person that sleeps or wake up in that kind of a setting can do a thing like this to her. So apparently they got married, and he was working as maybe office administrator in the church setting while she was working. She had her own job outside, so she goes to work. According to her, she earn, her own salary. Of course, our own salary is almost like maybe times two of what he earns, or even time close to times three. And according to her, immediately they got married. She said she gave her ATM to her salary account to him because she believes part of submission is, you submit everything, including your earnings, your money, your income, everything. I mean, so she handed over her ATM account to this man, and you know, they they started living together as couples, and this man would use the ATM to withdraw the money that he needs. He can withdraw everything, then he can give her maybe 5,000 or 10,000 and say, "Oh, use this for your transport," and he is going to use the remaining money, to do whatever he wants to do. So this woman said that she noticed that every time, 1 week after her salary is being paid, the man would have gone to withdraw all the money. The money would have been finished. And what the man is using the money for, she cannot see it. It's not as if the man is using the money, for the home or for something, or maybe he's building a house or buying a car or anything like that. She can't see any tangible thing that he's using the money for. So it was at this point that she started feeling uncomfortable. So she started monitoring him closely, and she discovered, so she was suggesting to him that, don't you think you need to change your job? Since you said you are a graduate, why not look for job somewhere else? Let me use my connection to help you look for job somewhere else so that you too can be earning and you don't have to be relying on my money. Don't forget, where he was working is being paid. It's just that the money is not so much compared to our own. So the man would collect his own salary and also spend the wife's salary. So somehow, this woman said, okay, let's assist you to get another job. And it was in the bid of assisting him to get another job that they discovered, the potential employer discovered that all the certificates he submitted were fake. So in order not to, just allege that they were fake, the the employer has contact to the school. I think they said they know the VC or something at that school where he said he graduated from. And they sent those results and said, please help us verify that this person actually graduated from this school in this year, finished from this department. And the school came back to say, no one like that. No one ever passed through this school. So apparently, the man didn't even go to school. He wasn't a graduate, so he even deceived her to believe that he was a graduate, because apparently she said when they were cutting, she asked him for those certificates. He showed her those certificates and she thought they were originals, because truly they looked like originals, not knowing that they were forged or they were fake certificate. So when this man, got to know that, well, it's been found out. So he opened up to the wife and said, oh, okay, truly I'm not a graduate, but I'm willing to go back to school and all of that. But not knowing that he was just saying that to make the woman stick to him. And maybe 4 months down the line, the man just came home and said, you know what, why should I even be working when the wife I married is hardworking? Why should I be working when you are hardworking? So that was how, he resigned from work without telling this woman that, you know, he has resigned. And the woman just realized that, oh, this man is sitting at home doing what? Doing nothing. So it was at this point that, she became agitated and she asked him, so what is happening? So he said, well, why should I be working? Why should I still be working if you are hardworking? I've decided to quit my job and be sitting at home. After all, the salary is not even enough for anything. So the woman said, wow, but you need to work. But this man didn't listen. And the woman felt, okay, let me tell let me tell our leaders in church, maybe they can talk to him. So she spoke to the leadership of the church and they told her that he's been adamant. She said he doesn't want to work again and all of that. That so they advised her that, what, just go and block that ATM card. Just go and block it so that he can't access the fund. And truly, this woman went to block the ATM card, and guess what happened? War broke out. I mean, world war broke out, because this man became so enraged when he got to the ATM and realized that he could not get money from the ATM. He came back home roaring like a lion and said, what the hell are you doing? You mean you mean you stopped me from getting money from your account? So the lady said, well, I didn't do anything. You should still be able to access the money. He went back to the ATM, second time, third time, he couldn't get money. Come and see, since that day that he couldn't get money from the ATM, this man will go to the ladies' school. According to her, this man will come to the school and wait at the gate, of this big secondary school where she was teaching. And he will be asking the teachers, have you been paid your salary? I want to know if you've been paid. And they will be like, yeah, we've been paid for like 2 weeks ago or last week. So the man will come home, quarrel with the wife, threaten her, I'm going to kill you. See, if you don't make that ATM work back, I'm going to kill you in this house. Meanwhile, the woman was already pregnant for him. And this guy was so brutal that he didn't care that she was even pregnant. In that pregnancy, at times, he will push her to the wall, he will shake her just to get money from this ATM card, not knowing that wife has gone to open another account, and she's now using the new account, but did not disclose to him that she has gone ahead to do all of that. But this man was violent, was brutal. So because he realized that after a month or two he could no longer access the funds in that account, he now showed his true color. He will go to that school, he will create a scene, he will fight at the gate, bang the gate, and insist that they should sack the wife, that unless they sack the woman, so that both of them won't, so that she won't earn anything, that unless they sack her before she will rest. So meanwhile, the woman will appeal to the school authority, please don't look at what he's doing. But those ones say you are constituting a nuisance to us. This is a eyebrow area, for crying out loud, in the heart of Abuja. Who who is doing this kind of a thing, that you people will be making noise, creating a scene? Your husband comes there to create scenes every now and then. They will start giving this woman money, and this same school gave this woman free accommodation. She didn't have to pay rent. It was such a good job, and she had peace of mind. She said she had been doing that job before she got married. Through that job, she has established herself in so many ways, until this man came into her life and destroyed everything. So, out of anger. So one day the man told her that, see, if you don't go and restate back that salary account or that ATM so that I can be getting money from it, I will show you. You see that your job and that your certificate that you used to get the job, I'm going to show you. I'm going to destroy it. I will destroy the certificate. Hey, not knowing that he has already taken those certificates. And someone had to call her that, see, go and check where you kept your certificate, because we saw your husband putting fire on some document while you had gone to work. Go and check. And this lady truly went to check, and she could not find all her certificates. So she asked him, where are my certificates? This man said, I've burnt them all, just to confirm what the people that saw him said. So this man burnt all her certificates. And lastly, he still was not contented that he burnt her certificate. This man said, you know what, that job that is paying you that salary, until I make sure they sack you from there, I will not rest. And every morning, this man will go there to create scene. They said he will start shouting, banging the gate. The gate man will push him out, he will fight with them. So when they saw that this scene was becoming too much, lo and behold, this woman was fired. She was sacked from that job. And that was devastating for her, because she was heavily pregnant, and you know she just had to leave because the wahala was too much. The drama, the scene the man creates there was just too much for her. She even said she approached human rights, they warned him or something like that. Still, this man, he kept coming to create scenes. Well, that was how this woman lost in every way. Even though now, she's separated from him, they've gone their separate ways. But she kept saying that, man, I think that you need to share this my story, so that other young women will not fall victim to a thing like this. And I understand what she was saying when she said, I think you should share this my story. Now, the lessons to be drawn, don't forget, this woman, according to her, she said she met him in church. They were both workers. Now, I want you to know that, see, religious houses or religious places is not enough guarantee that you found someone in a religious house, in a religious place, is not enough guarantee that they are humane, or that their humanity is still intact, or they have compassion, empathy, they are merciful. No. That is why even scriptures itself says, test all spirits. Test all spirit. That means prove all things. You want to test, you want to check that this person, forget the title, forget where they work, whether they are what they are workers in any way or servants in any way. You want to check out their behaviors, their attitude to work, their attitude to money, their attitude to other human beings, their behavior to their neighbors. I want to check how they treat people, whether they respect others, whether they respect authority, whether they have people in their lives that can talk to them and they will listen. We want to check whether they take responsibility or they love to take responsibility. See, because you see, we have some men out there today that when it comes to taking responsibility, you see them stylishly dodging. Same with some women. They don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to do anything, both men and women. Now, when you see people like that, something should tell you that, see, if you go into marriage with such person, you will be overburdened. As your neck will be under an heavy yoke that it will take God to bring out your neck from that yoke. And I hope we all know that at times, for a yoke to be destroyed, is not say at times your life may have gone for it before the yoke is being taken away. Wait, so you don't want to carelessly or blindly choose a spouse just because they serve in religious buildings or they go to religious places. No, that it shouldn't be a criteria to decide who to marry. That should not be a criteria. See, if you're looking for a criteria, check their level of spirituality. Their level of spirituality that I'm talking about is not in terms of how much they pray or how much they can quote scripture or recite Quran or anything. You want to that level of spirituality, you want to check it in their character. In their character, how is their behavior? How is the words of their mouth? What are their values? What are those things they value? Someone that claim to work in religious houses, but that it's taking responsibility, that loves laziness, lazing about, that don't mind taking from others, or taking from other people's sweat to spend, you know, on his own body or on his own life. It doesn't mind eating what belongs to others. That already tells you about the integrity of the person. They have the behavior or the attitude of thieves. Like they just take from others. They take from others, but you don't see them giving. See, you have to check it very well. Don't say because I'm spiritual, I'm sister this, brother this. You will not check it and look at it very well to be sure that their character is top notch. Yesterday, I was trying to mediate between a couple, and one of them sent me a recorded voice note of an heated argument that they had you know, some days back. And when I listened to all those recorded video, what I saw, what I heard, I was like, I mean, the lady, according to this guy, this is another scenario. According to this guy said the only reason that I married this lady is because of her spirituality. Because then, when I met her, she was always anything they are doing. Well, I don't want to mention the name of that church, but anything they are doing, you will see her in front. They will be calling fire, this, that. They will be in front praying. That was where I met her. But man, when it comes to respect, she doesn't have respect for anyone, not even her own parent that gave birth to her. As the husband is talking, she is equally talking back at him. As the guy is saying, but she's screaming on top of her voice. I was like, what kind of life is this? And you said these people, you met them in church buildings and they have this hot tempered, bad character. They can't even communicate, in a cordial way with their spouse. You can't lodge your complaint amicably without shouting, throwing tantrums, creating dramas. Excuse me, please, which fruit of the spirit dwells in you if you claim belong to belong to religious houses or religious places, and you are servant, you are leaders, and in character we cannot say, truly this is a child of God. I don't think it should be like that. I mean, your fruit should tell us the kind of fruit, the things you do, the things that you exhibit, the character you exhibit, the attitude you exhibit, the things you value should tell us whether truly you know God, or you are just playing religion, you are just playing mosque or church. And we have many people like that, playing religion, playing religion, playing religion, but spirituality is zero, because spirituality is the true test of the fact that you know God. When it comes to loving their neighbor as themselves, they cannot. When it comes to taking responsibility, giving to others, they cannot. When it comes to living amicably, peaceably with others, they cannot. When it comes to being respectful, you cannot be. Before someone says one, you said 10. No respect for elders, no respect for parents, no respect for in-laws, no respect for husband, no respect for wife. They just talk carelessly, they just do things anyhow. And you will be wondering, interesting. You mean these are the same people that claim to know God? Please, I'm appealing to all our young people. This is a serious matter. Even though I'm speaking like this, the people going through all of these issues that we are sharing, they are not finding it funny. As a matter of fact, life for them is upside down. Just because they met this kind of people, they assumed that because they were found in church buildings, that they are good wife material or good husband material, not knowing that they've gone to marry devil's daughter or devil's son. These people are finding, see, they are experiencing hell. As a matter of fact, one of them told me that, man, the greatest mistake I made in my life was to marry this man without checking very well his character, and basing my judgment on the fact that he's a worker in church and everything. Because our life, is never the same again. This man destroyed everything. So please don't let us make that mistake. Gone are those days. A lot is happening now in the world that when it comes to human being, you want to test them. You want to check them out. You want to check that spirit. You want to test that spirit. You want to be sure that this one is not sent to kill me. You want to check that this one has not been sent to destroy me. You want to check that this is not someone that devil has designated, to come after your life to destroy it. So please, let's check very well. Don't assume. Don't just say, because it's spiritual, she's spiritual, I can go ahead and marry her. Please check their fruit. What kind of fruit are they bearing? What kind of fruit are they bringing forth? Is the fruit worthy of someone that truly knows God, someone that is truly repentant and have turned a new leaf? Check all those things before you go and tie yourself to I do. So I would like to stop here now. I hope I've said a lot. I hope we have learned something. Please, let's be careful. Marriage is not something you just rush into. Hey, you rush into it, you rush out of it. So you want to check very well. Well, like I said, before you take that decision on who to marry. So I would like to stop here now. I hope I've said a lot and I hope you have learned something. And please don't start what you cannot finish, like everyone used to say at my clinic. Don't give anyone your ATM. Fine, you can give your spouse your ATM, but before you start giving your spouse your ATM, you should have proven, or he or she should have proven to you that they are responsible, they are hardworking, They can be trusted with it, not the one that does not want to work. He doesn't want to do anything, or she doesn't want to do anything. She just wants to spend, or he just wants to spend. With such people, you have to apply wisdom in working with them or living with them. You can't just say, hey, take my ATM. You are creating problems for yourself. So I hope I've said a lot. I'd like to stop here now. I remain your host, Malai and Obuti. If you have learned something, please share this video. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Leave us a like, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And you can always reach us through this platform or our Facebook medium. Thank you so much for joining us. Till we meet again, I remain your host, Malai Hanoputi, and I say bye bye.